Alright guys, we have an emergency Epoch update. It's late at night. I'm just whipping this video out fast. It's my responsibility as the news to get the stories to you guys ASAP. No face cam, don't have it set up, can't be I want to go to bed. I only got like 3 hours sleep last night, so you're gonna have to deal with this. But Epoch has just made a major announcement. I haven't even read it, I just know the gist of it. I saw this word basically when I skimmed it. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but I saw this word, and all I know is that is controversial for some people. Some people do not like the Ascension team. They think they're pay to win. If you could see me right now, just picture me. My right elbow is, or sorry, my right eyebrow is raised up, and my left one is down. So like I'm doing like a suspicious face. So yeah, people think Ascension WoW is pay to win. They don't like the way they run their stuff. But I will read this, and then I will make my opinions known. This is a biased news source. This is not objective, guys. This is my opinion, but it's still the news, so make of that what you will. And if you guys are the type of people that like to be told what to think, then stay here and listen. So, major update and announcement. This is K-Totes, guys. This is serious. This is a mega update that will contain a lot of information. Thank you for your patience while we worked through all the details of everything we have to share with you. It is clear that our launch was not successful. This is due to some mistakes and failures on our part. No kidding. A number of unforeseen circumstances and a perfect storm of IRL events that made solving these issues challenging. As a team, we want to apologize to those who are disappointed, for our longtime community members and the newer denizens of our version of Azeroth. So where does that leave us? Well, first of all, let's think about this. At least I apologize. Like, I mean, yes, I accept your apology, K-Totes. It's okay. We realize that sometimes people get in over their heads. As long as I'm allowed to spam E-flop, then that's all I care about. But either way, moving on. It's good they apologized, though. Like, at least they apologized and didn't allow their pride to cloud their judgment. So I can respect that. But then, so where does that leave us? Project Epoch will return soon, guys. It's coming back. We have entered into an agreement with Ascension WoW. We have entered into an agreement with Ascension WoW to move to infrastructure built and maintained by Ascension's server team. Project Epoch will retain full creative control of the game and the shop. And this change will allow the Project Epoch team to focus specifically on content creation. We know this news comes as a surprise, so read on for answers to many of the questions we anticipate that you have. So yes, this is the first thing that would raise flags. Ascension's pay to win. Some argue it has pay to win in the cash shop. Yeah, that's just an argument people make, and the reason a lot of us like Project Epoch is because it has no pay to win in the cash shop. So if they were to suddenly add Ascension's monetization plan, it would be kind of whack. But obviously, this server is way more popular than Bronzebeard was from a conceptual level, so maybe Ascension will be smart enough to realize that all they have to do is allow this to exist, maybe take some revenue from some certain type of cash shop, and it'll bring people into their launcher and make them more likely to play on the other Ascension realms as well. It'll bring them into like the Ascension fray. Some could say this may be a loss leader for Ascension, but they probably still will profit off of it somehow. How that is, well, we have to read more to find out. So, on the Epoch side, to be explicitly clear, Project Epoch retains full creative control over what enters the game from gameplay, aesthetic, and monetization perspective, and will continue to develop content for our original roadmap with the same spirit and intent we are built upon. Project Epoch gains access to developers from across the broader Ascension umbrella of servers, allowing us to increase our technical and artistic complexity while executing our vision at a higher quality than ever before. As a result of this partnership, K-Totes, Erdun, Kess, Heretics, that's Ulmetters, Intra, and Implave will continue to create the server's content without the stress of managing the infrastructure or community on a full-time basis. Project Epoch's plan. So basically, they don't want to deal with this bullshit, and they just want to go into fly mode and spawn cool stuff around the map. They don't want to deal with like this back-end nerd stuff, which I don't blame them, to be honest. Project Epoch's plan for in-game store aren't changed. We don't have any pay-to-win features in-game or in our store. Good. Hopefully that remains true for longer than just the launch. Project Epoch staff will gain access to all of Ascension WoW's modding tools. This is a massive development that enables us to craft dream content. So yeah, Ascension definitely, they've been working on the Wrath client for as long as I can remember. Like ever since that shit came out back in the day, like in 2018? I remember when like their first Clash of Realm was in beta and Mr. GM was playing it. So they've been in the scene for a long time, and it's 2025 now, so their modding capabilities are probably quite extensive. So yes, long term we can design more complex raid encounters, provide new and better interface options, additional quality of life perks, and varied cosmetic glyphs much more quickly with access to Ascension's capabilities than we would have been able to on our own. Players that earn beta pet rewards will still receive those rewards. Our GitHub sponsors will become deprecated as of today. Previous sponsors will be immortalized in-game via a plaque within major faction capitals. Yep, thanks for your money. Gimme, gimme. Get rock pulled. Just kidding. Maybe. On the Ascension side, Ascension will be responsible for building and maintaining Project Epoch server core. Good job, Ascension. Get to work. Okay, so clearly it's been 2 weeks. These guys are not capable of, like I said in the last video, it would probably take like months to get this shit back up if it was just them, because they're not capable of figuring it out. And maybe they are capable of figuring it out, but it'll take a long time. So Ascension, they have a track record. Everything they do is custom content, custom WoW content, so they know what they're doing. Like, let's be real. They have full-time paid professional developers, whereas these guys are hobbyists, and it's kind of depressing. Like, Epoch was a story of the underdog, just some hobbyists doing something out of passion, and they kind of did have to rug pull and in a way sell out to Ascension. But I guess you can make the argument that some might say it was better that Epoch just died a hero, but others, like, they put all this work in. I don't fault them at all for this, but I'll keep continuing either way. I don't really fault them though, guys. Like, this shit was not coming up for at least who knows how long. It is what it is. So Ascension infrastructure offers a massive upgrade in server performance, quality, security hardening, DDoS protection, player support, anti-cheat and exploit fixes, real money trading and botting mitigation, and many more features. And Ascension does have they do have an incentive to do this. Well, maybe not on Epoch, because they're not going to be selling gold. Well, we don't know if they're going to be selling gold. Maybe down the road they'll sell gold, but usually privateers actually do a better job at curbing this, because they want to sell the gold themselves secretly. Let's be real, but either way. Ascension will be able to spin up and merge realms as necessary to handle population demand. This means account registration can reopen for many players who are interested in playing with us. Project Epoch will be accessed through the Ascension Launcher. Yes, to bring everyone to the Ascension Launcher so they can see Conquest of Azeroth, Bronzebeard, and whatever else. All existing Project Epoch accounts will be moved to Ascension. If you already have an Ascension account, Ascension will handle the necessary work to merge. See, that's going to be annoying. Like, I had an Ascension account maybe in 2018, but I don't know the details. So I guess we'll have to figure out how this is going to work. Ascension will help with Project Epoch Discord so we can focus on making new content, and this is in regards to moderation, support offered through Discord, notifications, remain, and so on. So I guess there's going to be Ascension. Ascension is basically just doing like a full takeover, and these guys are just sitting back and doing like fun programming stuff, it seems like. And ooh, look at the down dudes. What's next? We've already set up the new servers and begun the process of moving the Epoch core onto them, along with Ascension's performance fixes. I didn't read that in a way that flows. I read that like a period, but yeah, so along with Ascension's performance fixes. Once that is complete, we will host a public stress test. Based on the results, we will either schedule another stress test or we will schedule a date for launch, with the benefits of not having to work around our Epoch staff schedules because Ascension will be handling the servers. With infrastructure off our hands, the content team will work on resolving bugs reported during the launch window and some new surprises. Our heartfelt appreciation goes out to those in the community who were supportive of our efforts in the last 2 weeks. We are excited to get you in Project Epoch's Azeroth as soon as possible. So yes, they have. Looks like they're getting heckin' down, dude. And I saw. Let me see this. I did see this. I saw it on. I think it was Muzzy's stream. I had it open, dropping some rams. But yeah, anyway, this guy, he down duded the post. I don't know if he's removed it or she, her, whatever. Down duded it. But yeah, so Ascension has Epoch has rug pulled us in a way. In a way they've rug pulled us, in a way they haven't. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like, I kind of already explained it, but I just don't know if I fully trust Ascension. I have a feeling that down the road there's going to be some pay to win added in a couple months, like maybe in a couple patches, like they'll trickle it in, but there's a chance that they don't, because this could be a loss leader that brings people into the Ascension fold, and they could get some cred back. They don't even have that bad of a rep, but they just, like, they're trying to make money, guys. At the end of the day, like, it's okay if some projects want to make money. It's not like they're hiding it. It's pretty abruptly obvious that they're trying to run a for-profit game. Classless was cool. They have a unique server. I don't really like it ever since they added the wild card system, because the point of it to me is just to do like stupid stuff. But they have a clear track record of stability and development of Classic Plus, or not Classic Plus, but like pushing custom changes. So yeah, it's just hard to say. It's hard to say. I think it's honestly for the better though. And the only reason I say this, I know this might sound controversial, but like I said, I don't think we were getting Epoch, to be honest, unless they got some people that know what they're doing. And people that know what they're doing are not going to just help out unless there's something in it for them. That's the reality. And I don't think that makes Ascension scum. Like if I was Ascension team, I would not help Epoch out either with their core unless like I was getting some stake in the ownership. Like I could just picture myself in their shoes. I'd say like, why would I have any incentive? To be honest, this is not a charity. Like I know some people expect everyone to, or people expect private server devs to just be like some noble force of charity in the battle of the moral soul for the nation or something, but it's not really realistic. And I've been a pro for-profit server enjoyer, not enjoyer. I don't even necessarily play them, but I've been just logically, like Turtle WoW, any server that has professional staff and actually pays their staff always is smoother. It always, at least the server's up. And yeah, it's waxing, people run around with dumb cosmetics and shit, but I don't know, guys. It's either I don't know what to say. Like it's just I don't think there was another option. Like what's the other option here? If you guys have like some better ideas of what they could have done, like they could have done my idea from last video when I went on the big rant of just doing 2 hours a day of like testing and fixing and back-end bullshit, or sorry, 2 hours a day of testing, open beta testing, and then 22 hours after that sessions of like game fixing and stuff, obviously with sleep in between, but you know, and like just release it in January. But clearly they don't want to do that. He doesn't want to sit there and fuck around with this stupid back-end shit. I can't fault K-Toads. I'm gonna be honest, I can't fault him. He spent all this time working on it, and it's probably been an absolute nightmare for them. I can relate because today I had a nightmare scenario. I'm not gonna say what, but I just, instead of like doing it, I just gave up and gave the guys money back. So I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't need this money anyway. Have your money back, man. I'm leaving. I'm not doing this shit. So I can relate exactly because that's kind of what happened to me today. But anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Bit of a rug pull, bit of a last minute abrupt announcement. I honestly wasn't expecting this. I was honestly expecting them to just say fuck it and give up. That's what I was expecting. But anyway, if the GitHub is deprecated, does that mean it's going closed source now? Huh. Interesting. Anyway, something to think about, guys. As more news comes out, maybe I'll make a follow-up to this. But this is just like the breaking news. This is the story live in the action. Thanks for watching, guys. Big shit out. Subscribe, though.